There is that moment just before, that moment at the beginning of a race, those seconds before the game starts. There is that moment when everything goes quiet, when you can feel the chill, that rush of anticipation. It's that moment after you've questioned everything you do, and now all of you is coiled up like a spring ready to go. And when the gun sounds, you take off. You explode out into the competition. It no longer becomes about the other people running the race. This all has completely to do with you versus you. You're here to beat your best time ever. You're here to run faster than you've ever ran before. I believe the gun has already sounded. I can feel the surge of energy. If you've ever been at a race, you can feel the energetic surge, the power of all of the people waiting, the hush that's fallen over the crowd in that moment waiting. But now, the gates have flung open, the gun has sounded, the whistle has blown, the ball has been kicked off, the game has started. Here's the thing. I believe the whistle's already blown. The gun is already shot off. And if you feel a restlessness inside, if you feel like you just cannot sit still, you can't stay comfortable, there's that something that's stirred inside of you so much and you can't let it go. That's not anxiety. What you're feeling right now in this moment is readiness. You feel you having moved from that silent contemplation through the explosion that is starting. You may not even have recognized that your race started, but you heard the gun sound. You sprang out of the blocks. You put it all out there. Inside of you, you knew it was time to go. You absolutely positively did. And you can't sit still. Just like when you were running a race, you don't stop and check to tie your shoes then. You're not looking around at the stands and seeing who was all there and waving to your mom. You're focused, laser focused on the end of that race, on that tape, on bursting through and being the victor. You feel blessed for all the preparation that you've been through, all of the days, weeks, months, years, hours upon hours of basics, of fundamentals, of practicing the explosion out of that block, of learning your paces, the tens, hundreds of thousands of shots that you've made over and over and over again. Not because the crowd was cheering. In fact, even though the crowd is cheering for you, you don't hear it right now. You're in that zone. You're in that space focused. Yes, you're in a team sport and an individual sport simultaneously. And I know that my analogy falls apart a little bit because I bounce back and forth between team and personal. But though you're in tune with the people on your team, what you do is personal. You have to be the one that blocks the person in front of you. You need to be the one that runs your route. You're the person who's going to catch the catch. You're the person who's going to tackle that person, who's going to score on goal, who's going to sled, ski, toboggan down the hill. All of those analogies of every sport there is, there's that personal individual and the team part of it. And in the end, the preparation that you've been through is 100% personal. You did it to be a contributing member of the team, but now all of those hours you spent alone, practicing, drilling, rehearsing, being there, seeing in your mind's eye, you winning, that preparation season's over. To stay in preparation when the race is already going would be hiding. It would be turning around and running the other way. It would be to offend the deepest, most personal part of yourself more deeply than I can put into words even. It would have absolutely been impossible for you to even contemplate it, because you're running, you're going, you've got this. You are the victor. It's not a question of whether you'll win the race of your life. You absolutely will. There's not any wish, want, wonder, hope, dream of who's going to break the tape. You know inside of you, you were destined to win. I don't have to convince you of it anymore. I don't have to tell you all about it. Today is that day that you're already in motion. You're already moving and you're doing the thing in the way that only you can. To be the you that only you can be and serve those that you're meant to serve. The urgency may feel nearly frantic inside of you. You may find yourself literally buzzing in your chair when you have to sit and do projects. But that urgency, it feels clear. You feel it calling to you, like you feel the victory already in your hands. You can taste that win. You've lived already through every moment of this in your mind's eye. This isn't about experiencing something you don't know. This is you stepping out and living out the hard, wonderfully amazing reality that you've seen in your mind forever. Just like the runner poised in the block, ready to go, you already were, before the gun rang, seeing yourself crossing the finish line. You didn't have to think about which steps you take, which foot comes first. How do you put one foot in front of the other? None of those matter. You were just poised in your own private little world with only one thing even possible to be let through, and that was that resounding ring. And even though you've launched, the ring of that gun that fired off to start the race is still ringing in your ears, and you feel it like a siren song calling you forward. This isn't starting something new. This isn't some kind of amazing new discovery that you never had. This is taking all that you've done with your whole life, that thing that you've built, and allowing it to win in the way that it was always meant to. Your book, your message, your calling. It's been circling around you. It's been calling out to you. And you've been bobbing and weaving and practicing with it. But now there's no more practice. Now is your time, and you are doing it. You may have felt that when you put your book out, that realization that you're ready to run. There's no more need to reflect on what's possible, all those kind of things. You are doing it. Your voice is prepared. This is your time. This is your season to release it. In everything from as simple as social media posts, going live, networking meetings, meetups, and yes, speaking from stage. But most importantly, those words you wrote down being out there and being shared. You took that visible first step. You propelled yourself out of the starting blocks. When I talk to you about clarity, consistency, and connection, I don't even need to ring those home anymore because you're clear. You've done this a million times in practice. You've seen this race, but now you've got to run it. You know that with this fall of each step, the next one is already propelling forward. With the move of each arm as you're running, you're projecting yourself forward. And you don't want to do anything to step in the way of that. Some of you are finding yourself hearing what I'm saying, and you're not seeing it. Or what you think you're seeing is you halted, stopped, and not doing the thing. So let me be the little Jiminy Cricket voice inside of your head, the one that subconsciously tells you to breathe the right way, how to move the right way, when to cut, when to move, what to do. Let me give you that clarity. I want to get on a call with you to do a review of your visibility and show you how visible you actually are. Yes, I can be that place that tells you all of the things that are real and true, and how just simply an exhale often is the difference between you passing out and you passing the person in front of you. DM me the word run. Put it in a comment. Send it to me right now. We need to meet. I'm not charging for these. I should, but I'm not going to. Today is our day to meet and to look at what you're at, for me to show you what you have in place and show you that it is actually ready. And now is the time to go. DM that word run. I've got so many opportunities for you. Wednesday, we're doing a virtual coffee meeting. You can check out my events and you can see, or you can DM me the word coffee. In March, I'm going to be meeting in person in Provo at the Art of Expansion, and I have tickets. I can actually even get you free tickets to it. And then, of course, we're moving towards our wonderful time in July when we're going to be having our own event at the amazing Ritz-Carlton Dove Mountain, an event you do not want to miss. Movement loves it when there are rooms and places for you to show up. You know, often I've said to you, if you're waiting for a sign, here's your sign. This is it. But what I really want to say to you is, you're already going. Let's go. No rush, no panic. It's just purely that next step. The gun's already fired. We are in a place here at the first day of February of 2026 where momentum, the wave, the rush, the passion, the race, the whatever you want to call it, the pistol's already fired. The race is already going. You're already running. You instinctively took off. You just don't know why. Now we need to give you that clarity. You've been preparing for this your whole life. And my encouragement to you right now is run. Thanks for joining with me here today. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to meet with you and help you out. I hope that you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. And until we're together again next time, you have a great week.